Good morning, Interneters. We are now in the Botanical Garden of Pondicherry. This is the place where the film Life of Pi was shot, all the scenes of the zoo. We are here to analyze the Impératif. Before everything, you have to understand that it is what you call a mood, in French, mode. There are different modes in the French language. Most commonly, we use indicatif. Indicatif is where you studied all the présent, passé composé, imparfait, futur simple, and so on. You have the mode subjunctif. We will study it in a different vlog. We have the mode conditionnel that we will not study because many people don't consider this as a mode. It's just taken as a tense that you use inside the indicatif. And now we have mode imperative. We use the imperative in at least 4 situations to give an order. Number 1, in English, Oi, come, command, order. In French, viens or venez. Number 2, it would be a request, please come, viens s'il te plaît. Number 3, a warning, viens. Number 4, an advice. Mange, c'est bon pour ta santé, it's good for your health. So it's a mood. So for these different moods in imperative, we use this conjugation. Talking about the conjugation, it is very similar to the present tense, majority of the cases. So when you conjugate the verb, let's say the verb prendre. Je prends, tu prends, il prend, nous prenons, vous prenez, ils prennent. Among these, what you keep is only tu, nous, and vous. The rest of the conjugation you remove. And you remove also, please remember, the subjects. It's prend, pronom, prenez. This is where a lot of people misunderstand the imperative. We ask them to conjugate the verb prend in imperative. You ask, even in normal communication, they say tu prends. But tu prends is present tense. It's not imperative. It has to be just prend. I think it comes maybe from the Hindi influence for those who are Hindi phones. Aap aiye. So they say vous venez. But when you say aap aiye, that aap is a pronoun tonic. You, comment, take. So it's not you take. So avoid the subjects completely. There are certain rules we have to respect. The first group verbs, for instance, the verb manger. When you say tu manges in present tense, you put an S, but in imperative, don't. Remove the S. When you say eat the salad, mange la salade, mange. Even the verb aller. When you say go to the cinema, you say va au cinéma. And some of the irregular verbs, the IR ending, for instance, the irregular IR, offrir, ouvrir, découvrir, etc., they also will not take an S. Ouvre la porte, open the door, O-U-V-R-E, no S. Exceptions, the drastic exceptions, there are 4. The verb avoir, A-I-E, the pronunciation is A, ayons and ayez. Être is another exception. Sois, S-O-I-S, soyons and soyez. The verb savoir, sache, S-A-C-H-E, no S, sachons and sachez. Verbe vouloir, veuille, veuillons, veuillez. No S for veuille. So these are the 4 exceptions. There are only 4. Pronominal verbs like se dépêcher. You have dépêche-toi. First group verb, no S, hyphen, T-O-I. This is the only place where the pronoun in French is placed after the verb. Dépêchons-nous, dépêchez-vous. There is the negative of imperative. You put ne before the verb and pas after the verb. Ne mange pas, ne dors pas, ne pars pas, If you put pronominal verb in the negative form, then the pronoun will come back and take its original place before the verb. Ne te promène pas, toi has become te, and it is placed before the verb. Ne te promène pas, ne nous promenons pas, ne vous promenez pas. Assieds-toi. See how you change it to negative. Ne t'assieds pas. N-E-T apostrophe, because asseoir starts with a vowel. Ne t'assieds pas, ne nous asseyons pas, ne vous asseyez pas with the liaison. The verb vouloir, for instance, when you put it in imperative, most of the times you would be using only the second person plural, veuillez. It's a very formal way of saying kindly. Kindly send the letters. Veuillez envoyer les lettres. There is one more particularity about this imperative. There is one which is called imperative passé. Well, I'll explain it, but it's very, very rarely used. So rare that you'll spend the entire learning of the language without meeting one example. It is used for expressing the anteriority. You should have finished eating before starting the class. Et manger avant de commencer le cours. You should have left before he comes. Soit parti avant son retour. So it is very, very, very rare. No, not many people even know that it does exist. Oui, tais-toi. Impératif. The crows, they are eternally talkative. So there are many. I say, hey, taisez-vous.